And, they do lament the end of the empire, not the end of the communist system, but the end of the empire. Um, and so I do think that makes a difference. Yeah. There's a
It,
famous quote, of course, we can talk about if you want.
I want to hear the quote now.
Oh, well, it seems to pop up in the newspapers and magazines all the time, which is him saying in about 2000, and I can't remember, 5 or 6, that the collapse of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the 20th century. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
news all the time. Yeah,
right. But
and
there's a second line to that,
what is
which
that
is
second
anyone
line?
anyone who doesn't feel that way has no heart. Anyone who wants it back has no head. So he doesn't want the Soviet Union as a political and economic system back and communism. But the geographic area, I think, is perhaps a different matter.
Oh, wow. Could you repeat that whole sentence again, the two segments together, please?
Sure, it's the collapse of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical catastrophe of the 20th century. But anyone who wants it back, anyone who doesn't miss it has no heart, and anyone who wants it back has no head.
That's profound. How come the news doesn't talk about the second part?
Well, because that doesn't fit with the narrative, right? Which
Yeah,
is that he's trying to restore the Soviet Union. And in a sense, he is, but it's also, geographically perhaps, but it's also the Russian Empire,
yeah.
right? That the Soviet Union was built from.
Inherited.
So exactly. So I think you need to look further back than that in his thinking about what he thinks is rightly part of Russia, and clearly Ukraine and Belarus are.